Good day everyone, I'm Eugene De La Cruz and I'll be discussing how to solve voting method problems. So let's consider this problem. Consider the following set of preferences. Identify the winner using the following: majority rules method, plurality method, board account method, hair system, and sequential pairwise voting with the agenda A, B, C, D. So let's first consider the majority rules method. So the majority rules method basically states that whoever has the majority amount of votes, then that candidate will be the winner. So for there to be a majority votes, we must first get the total number of votes, since the majority is more than half of the amount of votes. So the total number of votes here is 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. And that is 25. So the majority here is 25 divided by 2, which is 12.5. So the majority is 13. So let's now get the total first place votes for each candidate. So for candidate A, we have 1. For candidate B, we have 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. So that is 14. For candidate C, we have 5 plus 3, which is 8. And for candidate D, we have 2. So we can see here that the candidate with the most amount of votes is letter B, which has 14 votes. Therefore, since 14 is greater than 13, the winner via majority rules method is candidate B. Next, by plurality method. So plurality method basically is almost the same as majority method. However, we do not need to have a majority amount of votes. As long as that candidate has the most amount of votes, then that candidate is the winner via plurality method. So theoretically, whoever is the majority method winner, it is also the plurality method, since the majority is the most amount of votes. However, not all plurality method winner are majority method winner, since most amount of votes does not automatically mean majority amount of votes. However, in this case, the plurality method winner is letter B. Next, for the board account method. So the board account method basically assigns a specific amount of points depending on the ranking. So for the first place, it is 3 points, second is 2, third is 1, and fourth is 0. So the main idea here is that the first place gets the most amount of points and the last place gets 0 points. So we will now get the total amount of points for each candidate depending on the number of votes and their ranking. So for candidate A, we have 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 2 times 5, 10, plus 1 times 4, 4, plus 1 times 3, 3, plus 0 times 3, 0, plus 1 times 2, 2, plus 0 times 2, 0, and 1 times 3, 3. So the board account score for candidate A is 32. And similarly, we do the same thing with candidate B. So 3 times 5, 15, plus 5 times 0, 0, plus 4 times 3, 12, plus 3 times 2, 6, plus 3 times 3, 9, plus 2 times 2, 4, plus 2 times 3, 6, and 1 times 2, 2. So candidate B's board score is 62. For candidate C, we have 1 times 5, 5, 3 times 5, 15, 4 times 0, 0, 3 times 3, 9, 1 times 3, 3, 2 times 0, 0, 2 times 2, 4, and 1 times 1, 1. And getting the total, we will get 37. Lastly, for candidate D, we have 0 times 5, 1 times 5, 4 times 2, 3 times 0, 3 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 1, and 1 times 0. So candidate D's board score is 27. So by comparing all these scores, 32, 62, 32, 37, and 27, the highest is still candidate B. So therefore, the winner via board account method is candidate B. Next, via the hair system. So the hair system basically compares all of the candidates, and whoever has the least amount of first place votes or the least preferred candidate will be removed from the table. So in this case, the least preferred candidate is candidate A. So we'll be removing candidate A from all cells of the table. So if we remove candidate A, we'll be left with only 3 candidates. So we will only have a first, second, and third ranking. And now we have a new table with only 3 candidates. So we will do the same thing as what we did earlier. So by comparing B, C, and D, we can see that the candidate with the least amount of votes is D. So we will now eliminate candidate D. So now we are left with B and C. So by comparing B and C, we can notice that candidate B is more preferred than candidate C, since if we get the total of the first place votes for candidate B, we can see that candidate B is more likely to be the first place than candidate C. Therefore, by her system, candidate B is the winner. Lastly, via sequential pairwise voting with the agenda A, B, C, D. So sequential pairwise voting basically gets a pair of candidates and compares the total number of first place votes for each candidate. And there is an agenda here because we'll be pitting them against each other in this order. So first it will be A versus B, and then whoever wins this will go against candidate C, then whoever wins will go against candidate D, and then whoever wins that will be the winner of this voting method. So first, let's look at A versus B. So A has 1 and B has 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2, which is 14. So 1 versus 14, obviously 14 will win. So in A versus B, the winner is B. Next, B versus C. So B has 14 as we have established earlier, and C has 5 plus 3, and that's all. So C has 8. So 14 versus 8, so B is still the winner. And lastly, B minus D. So B has 14, while D has 2. So 14 minus 2, obviously 14. So B is the winner. Therefore, via sequential pairwise voting with the agenda A, B, C, D, candidate B is the winner.